If you've been asking the universe for a big purpose update, this is it. This new moon in Gemini is conjunct that Mercury that is in retrograde. This is not a glitch. This is not something to fear. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Picture this. You are standing in the center of a circle. Surrounding you are all the stars of the zodiac. You could see them all in the sky, and at each point, there is a standing stone where you can access the energy. That's what this new moon is going to bring to you if you are paying attention. And today I'm going to walk you through everything that's happening in this deep dive into the new moon. And I'll be showing you the stars above as well as what is happening in the true sidereal chart. Because this is a powerful reset for your purpose, your intuition, and your connection to your higher power, God, guardians, guides, universe, source, whatever it is. Because by the end of this video, I will give you one simple question that you can ask yourself so you can harness the magic of the stars going forward. This is the week that starts the rest of this moon cycle moving. Hi, I'm Beth, a constellational astrologer using the true sky and all 13 zodiac signs. And if that sounds super new to you, then below I've got something called Unlock the New Zodiac. It's your guide to understanding the real sky. And all you have to do is click the link below and I'll get that right to your inbox. Let me talk about what this reset really means. We're not burning everything down. This is taking stock because Mercury is in retrograde. So you're thinking about what has gone before, what ideas you had that worked, and what you need to let go of that's holding you back. This is about building your future. This is a combination of your mind resetting your energy field in connection with Mother Earth, which is why at this time Mercury retrograde is such a gift and not a glitch. Although we've probably all had a few things go snafu, it's because this is the time that Mercury comes to give us spiritual messages. We receive them from Spirit at this time. He's been collecting the messages from the stars in his path. So now that he's in Gemini, he's going to be delivering from the last time the Mercury was in retrograde, everything from Taurus and Aries and Pisces and on back, so you can get all the messages that the universe wants you to receive right now. This is about Mercury, the planet, becoming closer to us. And it is because you need to spend much more time in silence and listening. And then all the other staticky things that are causing issues for you, they'll start going away once you start paying attention to the messages. Okay, so now let's take a look at the sky and the stars. And this is why the 13 sign sidereal view matters most. The sun, the moon, and Mercury are truly in Gemini right now. Mercury is completely at home in Gemini. It is his home. He rules Gemini. Traditional Western astrology has categorized this new moon as Cancer energy, which is a completely different vibe. So you're tapping into a real sky connection that Western tropical astrology can't show you. And it causes extra confusion as a result during retrograde. So the first thing I want you to notice is that there's a square to Saturn and Vesta in Pisces from the sun, the moon, and Mercury. And this is a call to action. A square means the universe is asking you to confront something in your life Saturn represents structure. Vesta represents the sacred hearth fire and devotion. So, in order to really get into this, because they are in Pisces, connecting to Pisces, remember we talked about the standing stones? Well, imagine beyond that standing stone is an ocean, but right before the ocean, there's a beautiful bath and there's some flowing water where you can bring in those energies and create a ritual around water for yourself, whether it's taking a shower or taking a bath. And all the wisdom is there. And Saturn with the structure and Vesta with the sacred hearth fire and devotion is going to be pouring things into your being, because Saturn is earth and Vesta is fire. It's time to journal what is pouring through. That is the beginning of the action and the beginning of receiving those messages and putting them to good use. So then the second connection we want to look at here is going from Pisces and looking at the sextile, this incredible connection, the connectivity of creativity. This is the source becoming real. Neptune, Saturn, Vesta are all in Pisces, and their sextile, Uranus, Moon, and Ceres in Taurus. Pisces is a water sign. Taurus is an earth sign. Now picture that standing stone for Taurus, receiving all this earthy energy, and beyond the standing stone is beautiful fields full of fruit and all good things that you need in your life to nourish yourself. The steps that you take one by one, steadily, like a bull or a cow, grazing in a field, taking what it needs from Mother Nature. This is water and earth flowing together with ease and creativity. This is spirit becoming something more tangible that you can actually hold and build with in the real world. Anytime earth shows up, we're talking manifestation in the 3D world. And you have to know it is done. It is done. When you do this work, you have to say, it is done, not it will be done. It is done by spirit. And anchor it here on Mother Earth by connecting yourself to Mother Earth through your root chakra and saying, hey, I'm going to connect to the Mother Earth's energy grid. And these messages that are coming in, that grid is already filtering them for you in particular. Mother Earth is working with you here. She is helping you become the strongest, most energetic person you can be to work your magic here on Earth. And that is what the sextile is bringing in for you. Now, Leo is squaring Taurus through Venus and the South Node, and they are squaring Mars and Uranus. Now, of course, Mars is super action oriented. He is fire, and he is fire in Earth. And Venus is Earth in fire because she's in Leo. You see the yin yang that's happening here, and with that South Node, Venus has passed the South Node. All other personal planets, as well as Saturn and Jupiter, are all on the other side of the north-south nodal axis. What this means is Venus is leading us into a new beginning and breaking what has been the karmic topsy-turvy roller coaster we have been on, and saying, only through the goddess energy and allowing women's fire to shine and show up is this going to be broken. Venus is the lioness here with love, beauty, and creativity, and picking up transmissions through Uranus. That is the outer and higher vibration of what Mercury does. But Uranus is a slow mover. So every 84 years is how long it takes him to get around the entire ecliptic which is the path the sun takes once in a year, according to how we view things again on Mother Earth. Everything is from her point of view. And if something is confusing, you can pick up energy from her and tap into her as well. Because this is causing a requirement, this is tension that is pushing you to actually create and be seen. And these are non-negotiable things. And whether you are connecting with this yourself, listen, you can do it the easy way or you can do it the hard way. And the easy way is to start paying attention to where Venus is in your chart, what other planets you have near Venus in Leo, and what's going on in Leo and Taurus right now that is driving you in particular. I know I have my own Sun, Moon, and Mars in Taurus. I have Pluto and Uranus conjunct in Leo. So this is going to be a big deal for me right now. So even though they're not at those points in particular, those are the energies and how I work with those signs, with Leo, with Taurus, with those constellations and stars. And I just want to let you know that you might be pushed into doing this, but you make it easy to yourself by stepping forward and volunteering. This is where you need to be the volunteer, because the final big point I'm going to make here is that Venus is at that yod point. This is the finger of God, goddess, the universe, everything. And Venus in Leo is at the apex of this. That means we have what's called a quincunx or an inconjunct angle that's coming from Neptune in Pisces and Pluto in Capricorn. And Neptune and Pisces and Pluto in Capricorn are also sextile with each other. You have to think of that as that is their creation. In order to create something new, something needs to be torn down in the real world, and that is Pluto's work. In order to create something new, you have to be able to dream it, to think a little bit differently and use your intuition and get your intuition, your psychic senses online in order to make those big moves that is Venus is being required to do, to stand up and show up and use your charisma and to honor women's voices in all shapes or form. It is time for men to be silent and let women speak. I know you don't want to hear that, but I have to tell you a quick little story here. With Venus breaking this, what's called the Kalasapra Yoga from Vedic astrology, with her breaking through that axis point, this is time to reconnect to your mothers, your sisters, for women to connect together in circle. And really, this is a great time to connect with your artistic friends. Anybody who can speak on a performance level, check in on them and see what they're inspired to create too. Because this whole month from this new moon to the next, this is your creative runway. And guess what? The next new moon, it's not going to be in Cancer. It's going to be in Leo, because Cancer is tiny. And so it's skipping Cancer this time. But you know who's there right now? Jupiter, making everything bigger and holding on to the edge of a huge outer planet creative dynamic shape that I call the Cauldron of Caradwin, and I have been calling it that. So I promised you one simple step this week. So now that you've seen the stars and now that you've seen the charts, and you've seen the angles and where things are being connected, that's the time that I'm bringing to you that one simple step and the question to ask yourself as you create this new future from the messages from both Uranus and from Gemini, Uranus and Taurus and Mercury and Gemini. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I value most, that I need to express before this lunation is finished. Again, you can always reach me here in the comments. Comment below what resonated for you. Click like and subscribe to boost this video so people can see more of what's been going on in the real sky. And share it with your friends, because that's the only way we're going to get this knowledge to grow and connect with the goddess in the skies. This is Harmony Goddess Wisdom. Every seeker begins under the same sky. The call of the stars whispering through the branches of night. You follow the light deeper into the forest of the unseen, and there a guide appears. A golden invitation. Your entry to Zodiac Club 13, the secret celestial lounge, where the night hums with magic, candles flicker, stars shimmer, and your place is waiting. Welcome to the party, where mystics, dreamers, and star lovers gather to celebrate the real sky. Inside, visionaries study the cosmos. Hands trace constellations as they truly are and weave their stories through the cards of destiny. Here, wisdom flows like starlight, every spark a new awakening. You found your circle. Zodiac Club 13, the Midnight Lounge for seekers of the real sky, filled with 13 signs and timeless magic. I'll see you in Zodiac Club 13 so you can take that next step and ask questions from me and other people who study the real sky and love the real sky and look up for wisdom. And right now, through the end of the 15th, the new moon challenge is up. So go ahead and share your thoughts in Zodiac Club 13. And there's courses that are being built. There's people starting to trickle in, and I've got a couple of good friends in there, as well as some new friends. And I hope to see you in there and you join that monthly New Moon Challenge and all the great conversations that we have in Zodiac Club 13. If this is all kind of weird and wild and new to you, well, let's talk a little bit about the Ophiuchus part of the deal, because I've got a video on that right up here and how Ophiuchus shows up for you based on any planets or no planets at all. Blessed be, namaste, and all that jazz. Have yourself a great day and a wonderful fresh start with the new moon. And I'll see you in the next video.